So, good morning, everyone. My name is Lynn Rayner, and thank you for spending 15 to 20 minutes because you're the type of person that's going to think out of the box. Today, we're just going to have stories from people who have chosen to up-level their lives with this conscious business of Univera. So, just a little bit of background. I want to tell you real quick, what is Univera? Well, in 1975, a man by the name of Young Ho Lee had a significant health problem, and a friend gave him the aloe vera plant. And because he had a miraculous result from that, being the first South Korean billionaire, he created a global set of companies all around the world, from farming to manufacturing to scientific research, to where now we own 46% of the world's aloe. We have the world's largest medicinal plant library, almost 200 patents on the things that we have found in those plants. And as a result, we have a thriving business. So today, I want you to just listen to other people's stories. What have they found in Univera, and why did they choose to do this? I will say real quick, we do not cure, diagnose, or treat. All we do is we believe in the miracle of the human body and its ability to repair and rejuvenate itself with raw materials of plants. And with that, well, I see Christopher Conley on. Good morning, Christopher. Can you tell us a little bit about who you are, where you live, and why did you choose Univera?
Good morning, Lynn. My wife and I live all over the world right now because we are basically being world travelers. We're on a journey of discovery. Univera chose me. I was at a university where I was a faculty member, and I had been experiencing, my fingers looked like sausages, and I was losing the ability to use my hands. And a dear trusted friend who's a faculty member handed me a package of Regenicare. And I looked at her and I was, okay, right. Because I had tried everything for years, actually. And I tried it, and within the weekend time, I felt something distinctly different. So I said, get me this stuff. 5 weeks later, I was completely back to my normal self, and I started to play the piano again, and now I've released 3 albums. And it's like, it gave me back my music, it gave me back. So, but there's more than that. I also found that Extra, their product called Extra, gave me the mental clarity and focus I needed to do the work, because it takes a lot of mental clarity and focus to do that kind of work. And the money that we've been making has been allowing us to live a lifestyle that we've been dreaming of. So that's me in a nutshell.
Thank you. Extra. Love it. Think I'll have some right now. Okay. So the next person we'd like to hear from is dear Lori Andrews. She's an amazing person. And I'd like for you to tell us a little bit who you are and why did you choose to think out of the box, Lori?
Oh, thanks, Lynn. I'm so excited to be here. I am from Minneapolis, Minnesota, and what I saw was a way that I could crack the code on aging for myself, because I feel, act, perform 25 years younger. So I had a miraculous experience with Prime, which involves DHEA. And I think this is a foundational product that should be in everybody's body because of what it does. It helps with immune support, it provides antioxidant protection, it promotes cellular energy, and it helps with repair signals in the body. None of us know what lies ahead and which system in our body is going to need support at any given time. So think of it like perhaps electricity run to your home. You know, if you don't have a fuel source or something coming in to connect all the other systems, it's very difficult to go about your life. So what happened to me is about 5 years ago, I had a freak accident, fell off a horse, fell in the fetal position, broke my clavicle at the shoulder and over here, needed orthopedic surgery. Long story short, I have the titanium plate now, I'm bionic. And what happened was I went in 2 weeks after that. And first of all, after I came out of the surgery, I didn't need much support for discomfort for more than a few days. And then I was off to the races with my own body healing itself. And within that 2 weeks, I went in for my first physical therapy appointment, and I had almost full range of motion in my shoulder, and they were shocked. The physical therapist said, "How old are you?" I said, "Well, I'm 50, you can see by my chart, and she said, no, you can't be more than 25. This is unheard of. She said, I've never seen anybody your age recover this quickly. So I want to tell you, you've got to get this product in your body. Trust me, you'll be thankful. So thanks, Lynn.
Wow, I love that analogy. And I just got goosebumps just hearing your story. That's amazing. So the other person that we'd like to bring up next, because we're honoring everyone's time, is Diane Savala. And Diane, would you like to share your story?
Good morning, everybody. I'm from Baldwin Park, California, so I'm under Lynn and David Rayner. And 7 years ago, I was introduced to Univera. And 25 years prior to that, I battled some severe intestinal, digestive issues, and I was under the doctor's care for 25 years. I was on numerous pharmaceuticals, and I pretty much missed out on a lot of my children's growing up. I raised 2 children in that 25-year time span, and yeah, I missed out on a lot of what they're growing up, they're growing up and all that, which, yeah, I get really emotional when I think about it. But anyways, so my life was altered, and the last year and a half before I discovered Univera, I couldn't even get out of bed myself. So fast forward to going to an event and being gifted and blessed by a very dear friend. I started taking Aloe Extra Prime and Regenicare, and it's been 7 years since I've seen a doctor. I haven't taken anything that comes from a pharmaceutical in 7 years. I've gotten my life back. I'm able to enjoy my adult children and my grandchildren, and it's been miraculous. And in that little process, I also decided that, Univera is an amazing vehicle. And because I've been self-employed in 2 different businesses for 40 years, I don't have a retirement. So Univera is supporting me in my retirement and has paid my vehicle note for 2 years now. So I'm very grateful for Bill Lee, his dad, the mission, and Univera.
Oh, thank you, Diane. Those stories do, there are many of those miraculous stories in our business. And the next person I'd love to bring in is Brian Boyanowski. I'm trying to say your name correctly, Brian, but it doesn't matter because we love you anyway, and your story is very powerful. So,
well, thank you, Lynn. I'm Brian Boyanowski from Lake Oswego, Oregon. Biggest impact with Univera and what really drew me into this was my son Brandon at 8 weeks old came down with RSV, which is a respiratory virus. You and I get it, it's a cold, little guy gets it, it can be fatal. And it caused lung damage that led to bronchiolitis, pneumonia, asthma, he had gastrointestinal problems, doctors thought he was having seizures, kind of toddle around, zone out. We're like, hello, Brandon, anyone here? By the time he was 16 months old, he was on 8 prescription drugs, wasn't getting any better. By the time he was 18 months old, had the equivalent of 36 years worth of inhaled steroids in his 18-month-old body. At that point, we were willing to do anything. So we put Brandon on several of the Univera products, Regenicare, Superimmune, Aloe, Metagreens, and within a very short period of time, we had a dramatic response. We got him off all his medication, and the doctor said that he would never play sports, that he would carry around an inhaler for the rest of his life. Well, let me just tell you, he's 16 years old now. No nebulizers, no aero chambers, no steroids, no nothing. He's an absolute perfect boy. He's played every sport under the sun. He plays football, basketball, lacrosse, baseball, track and field, soccer, skis, golf, does it all. He's a perfect boy. He hasn't had an issue of any sort, doesn't carry around an inhaler. So it has truly transitioned the direction of our life. I don't know where Brandon would be without Univera. And because of that, we're like, wow, a company with products that work, what a novel concept in this day and age. And there are so many people out there praying for an answer to something. And so we decided to share the gift of Univera with people and started developing a significant residual income. And what we were really looking for was freedom. And because this product is so powerful, the business works and has allowed us to create freedom. So my wife was able to, many years ago, was able to retire from her job at IBM, and she was promoted to CEO of the house. I've been able to travel with my wife, with my family. To us, family is critically important. And so we're able to do the things and experience the things that we want to do on our time schedule with that freedom. I got to be the only dad at the pumpkin patch with all the moms, with the kids. So it has been a remarkable experience and a wonderful endeavor that is certainly worthwhile.
Oh, well, we're so glad that you are a friend and a mentor, and you decided to think out of the box, especially when your son was really young. You had to choose to think out of the box and follow your heart and your intuition. So thank you for that. So the next person we have up is Storm Kennedy. Storm, we'd love to hear why you're thinking out the box.
Thank you, Lynn. I would love to share my story. I was so blessed to be introduced to Univera at a time in my life in my 50s, and things were breaking down. I've had 7 different surgeries. I, too, am a bionic woman. Thank you, Lori. I love that phrase. I've had a hip replacement, and I've been active my whole life, and things just started slowing down, and I couldn't do the things I love to do: skiing, hiking, playing tennis. I'm on my way to tennis this morning, and I just feel so blessed that I can share my story and go to play tennis with people I love. So I was introduced to the product. Aloe and Extra were the 2 products I put in my body first, and things changed within those first weeks, those first days, really. I was taking over-the-counter formulas that weren't working and were breaking down my body, and I haven't taken an over-the-counter formula for 3 years now. I was also introduced to Univera at the same time my body was breaking down. I lost a job. And I found out that through Univera, I could share this with my friends and my family, and I could make residual income. And that was really nice. I made a little income as I shared the product with my friends and family. And then I decided to take it on as a business, because this was something I wanted to share with not just my friends and family, but everyone I ran into, everyone on the tennis courts, everyone on the ski slope, everyone that I talk to each and every day that says something about their health and wellness. I love to share what I found. So 2 reasons. My health has completely changed. I too have not taken anything over the counter or anything that a doctor recommends. I try Univera first, and it always works. I have not had to put anything else in my body for 3 years. I am now making an income that allows me to spend time with my friends and family, as well as share with others and help them get better and make it a high income. And I also have a purpose through it, because what they do is every time I share this, every time, I put these products in my body, I know I'm not only helping people that I love, but I'm helping people I don't even know, children and their families around the world through a program that we have called Serve First. It's our nonprofit entity through Univera. So if you're just joining us on this Zoom and you don't know anything about it, ask the person that shared this with you and find out just all the aspects of Univera. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to share my story. And Lynn, thank you for taking time this morning to share with all of us.
Oh, thank you. I'm glad you brought up Serve First, because it's part of the heart of our company, just giving to people. So with that, I'd like to bring in new mom and entrepreneur, McKenzie Flick.
Good morning. I'm McKenzie. I live in Los Angeles, and I'm friends with Lynn and David. And I got introduced to this actually by David. He had invited me up to an event, and I had no idea what it was about. But I was in a space at the time that I was looking to evolve my career as an entrepreneur, but I really didn't know what that looked like. And so I got into this event, and what struck me was there was a room full of people with these testimonies, and not just, oh, I feel better, but real life transitioning from states that they thought they would never get out of. And I could not believe it. And I went to David and I go, I want in. Like, how do people not know about this? I really, in that moment, saw such a big picture with it. And I didn't know at the time what that looked like in my own life, but I did order a bunch of the products myself and said, I want to give this a shot. And fortunately, I don't have any extreme health issues or anything like that. So I wasn't quite sure what this was going to do for me. But after about 3 months, I was taking Extra and Aloe, and my gut was significantly better. And I was digesting foods better. I was also not crashing. so early in the day for years, like 3 or 4. I'm just so tired, and I was getting right through that and sleeping better at night. But then one of my biggest things I'm so excited about was I noticed my gray hairs were disappearing, and I thought it was just me. And it's kind of funny because I just had a baby 3 or 4 months ago, which again is a really big reason why I'm doing this too, because I have the flexibility to make really good money and not go to a job. But I was not taking extra during the pregnancy, and I literally brought bottles of it to the hospital, and I started taking it again the day that I gave birth. Well, I got my hair cut recently, and my hairdresser goes, "Who dyed your hair?" And I go, "Don't worry, I'm not cheating on you. It's something else." And she actually is going to talk to me about this next week. So it really has just given me my own energy back, but also just a bigger vision and an ability for what I feel to help other people, because I do think this is something that people need to know about. And it just hasn't been, hasn't been out there the way that I would like it to be. So it's very exciting.
Well, good. And you're part of the way it'll be out there. Okay.
I know. Very exciting.
So right now, let's hear from Ta. She's an amazing coach. She's been in the business for a long time. And Ta, we've got like 4 minutes, and I have Harris Williams ending our Zoom. So you guys.
Thank you, Lynn. Thank you, Lynn. It's a miracle to be doing this and to be able to share it. Well, real quick thumbnail. I came into the business in 2004 for my health and my husband's health. That was really in bad shape. Maybe another time, another story. And we were amazed at how quickly we started making money by doing what we loved. Sharing the gift of health with people, listening to them, helping them get what they say they want, and supporting them. It wasn't really about us in the beginning. And checks started rolling in, and I thought, there's got to be a mistake. This is an awful lot of money that's coming in. And my sponsor Renata was like, no, this is the way it works. You share with people and you get paid to be healthy. And that grew tremendously. We got to a 6-figure income. We sustained it, for, it's been almost 15 years now. But 6 years ago, my husband had his gallbladder removed and got a bacterial infection that spread to his brain. And that was a day that our lives changed completely. His care, he is still alive, but his care costs are absolutely enormous. In fact, so much so, and the overwhelmingness of it, I was completely unable to really work for 3 years. Yet, everything I have built at Univera kept supporting us. And because of that, we've been able to give him the highest quality care. I've been able to continue to live a life, and this community has supported me every step of the way. Oh. Where are you going to find anything like that, where when you don't show up, they're going to pay you for 3 years? So back to you, Lynn.
Thank you. What a powerful story. And guess what? There was a very first associate, and he's still with the company, and he's still being a great mentor, and that's Harris Williams. Harris, we'd like for you to share, why did you even think out the box, and why Univera?
Okay, well, good morning, everybody. For me, I've been a lifestyle coach, recreational specialist, some would say, and I've always been in search for the perfect lifestyle vehicle. And for me, Lynn, it's always been about, could I find something that I could get paid to be healthy, I could get paid to help somebody else be wealthy, and ultimately help them become free, and in return, I would become free. And I mean, that sounds like a lot, but I really wanted to find that vehicle. And when I sat down with Bill Lee, God, it's been 21 years in January, and I was invited out with a small group of people to hear from this visionary and amazing man about his father's mission to bring the best of nature to humankind. And, this wasn't just some guy that dreamt that up. I mean, they had literally taken all the wealth that his father had accumulated, he had accumulated. They had the largest privately owned medicinal plant library at the time. They had some of the largest aloe fields in the world. They had more scientists looking at the underlying cause of aging. And I've been following the baby boomers, which I am one, by the way. And what I found is that, wow, what if there really was a way to slow down the aging process and feel younger and act younger and be younger longer? This is what I was looking for. It was the holy grail. And so 21 years ago, planted my flag, became one of the first, associates and kind of the founding field partner with Univera. And what a ride. It's been amazing to really find that perfect vehicle where as you're helping others, you help yourself. And I really do believe that Univera has everything I was looking for. It has an amazing purpose and cause with Serve First, helping children, helping local food banks and churches and communities. It's got that cause I love. It's got a product that truly is life-changing and altering as far as how you look, feel, and perform. It's got a business vehicle where we've got a community like you and David and Rita and so many others that are all there to help you. Where can you find people that are $1 million earners who want to help you get whatever it is that you want out of life? Health, wealth, more purpose, and ultimately create a community. Create a positive force where everybody can feel welcome. You can come in at any level that you want, whether it's purpose or health reasons or financial reasons or tax reasons, whatever it may be, and we'll help you get what you want. I think that's the beauty of what we've created. It's a win-win-win, Lynn, and I'm so happy to be here with all of you this morning.
We'll be doing this every Saturday at 8 o'clock, except for the second Saturday.